Just keep filming Ryan while he's eating. This is what I did. Just do it.
Jersey Mike's, give me a sponsor.
Sponsor me. Jersey.
Give me a sponsor.
This guy, man, he's a
right?
Opportunist over here. I love it. Yeah.
I'm eating your sub. Give me a sponsor.
Is that how it works?
And I got so mad, I almost walked away from this guy.
I know, the final boss.
You're the final boss?
Why would you walk away from the final boss? I have no idea.
He's trying to buy more stuff.
I am. We're talking about a deal right now.
I'm trying to eat my sub.
I'm bugging him while he's eating.
Here he is. I'm about to walk away.
Superstar here's trying to eat his lunch, man. Come on, let him.
I only wanted green M&Ms and I couldn't get it. Hoodies, I'd probably sell them. It's freaking cold in here. You still can't buy the sleeveless one. Everybody's been asking when is the next Whatnot, and it's September 19th, Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna sell some cool stuff. And if you're unfamiliar with what Whatnot is, it's an online shopping platform where you bid in real time and you watch us live bidding on the items, talking about them, showing them. It's a blast. We make it a special experience. It's different than what a lot of the other sellers do. We make it an event. It's fun. And Devin, come on over here. And Devin's a regular on the show. You're gonna have a blast with him too. Tell him how much fun you had at Whatnot.
Oh, I had a lot of fun. It's very experienced, learning the toys and what it is. It's very experienced, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun. Just tune in September the 19th.
Thursday,
8
p.m.
We're gonna have a lot of blasts.
We're gonna have a lot of blast. Don't forget, use our invite code. The link will be down below, and that gives you $15 off your first purchase, whether it be me or any other seller. So I bought the quarter scale Kenner Alien. I got a buddy that's the original, the puzzle, everything that drops. Alien board game, and then 3 tiger sharks.
We'll see you around.
And then, what else did I buy? So the flak. Well, I got the other stuff from you, so I might as well.
I brought you one thing. See, I got the whole set already, the headquarters and everything.
Well, yeah, I got everything else from you.
You bought the SAS for this. That's the other force right there. That'd be a good piece for your personal collection.
Oh no, the others are in my personal.
Yeah.
So then I just don't know what, I know this is a flak, I know this is a HAL.
Yeah, just look under G.I. Joe UK Palatine.
So Z-Force is different than Action Force.
Well, it's all in the same line. You got SAS Force was the ones I showed you.
Okay, it's with the black and yellow.
And then they got a Q Force, which is like the submarines and all that kind of stuff. Then they got this more with the headquarters and the big.
So then you needed foot soldiers. He priced them what we sell them for, but I told you a different price. So there's 5 foot soldiers. And then what do we have? What do you call this guy? Lieutenant Leo. There you go. This one's tough. Delta Dawn with all the accessories, or all the foliage. So then it hits you, I think at 5. Would just say 4. Just make it 4. So it's like I'm technically taking $100 off. It's a great figure. So this is the Chef Boy RD shredder. Now I got Justin one of these for his Christmas present, but it was incomplete. This one looks to be all there and in pretty good shape. And he was such a fan that he was just gonna give it to us.
No,
he's not. He was just curious what its value is. I would probably, if I had it in the shop, I think it'd be $500.
About 500.
Like if you want to be realistic and move it.
Yeah. Unless you want to wait on eBay and try to get another.
Yeah, but then we just looked and some went for 3 and change. So, but you zoom in and look at the condition. This one looks pretty sharp.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, if you're ever interested in selling it, I'd be willing to make it more than the normal formula just because it's something I don't see that often. It's cool. Or maybe you need a bunch of turtles.
Well, for what I owe you is 400. What would you?
Oh, crap.
If we did something. Maybe some credit or something.
I do you, how about this? 400 credit. Did that work? So that wipes you out. Because you owe me 4. And I dropped it by 100. And I'm...
How about, man, that's what you do. Oh.
It lets me make $100. Come on. What do you...
You ain't got no other turtle things. You didn't bring no more turtle stuff.
I'll give you a bootleg turtle. I got a carded bootleg turtle. Do you do anything bootleg?
How about the Sept toys?
One of them. You want both?
No, just one of them.
Yeah, pick one.
I just want the girl.
Get the girl.
I got the vintage one.
Yeah. All right, I'll do it. That's good. I'm happy. So you getting her? All right.
That's the only one I ain't got.
So technically you're getting $440 in trade. That's good. Hey, I like the shirt. So you know who would want that? I mean, it's cool. What the hell would I do with this?
I got it wrapped up, but that's, like I said, that's where the batteries go. I mean, you just make me a decent price. I don't want to carry this back.
What are you thinking?
Me?
Yes.
I'm thinking if you give me $75, I'll take it right now. Maybe 70. That's a good deal. 63 years old, and that's...
It is cool. I do like tanks. I'll do it. $70.
Sounds good.
So which one's your exclusive, man?
I only have 3 more left of the Shadow Warrior. It's like a tribute to Carl Weathers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
He's 50. That's for you, man. Once you have it.
I appreciate it. Hey, get him to come to my van.
I will for sure.
You can?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
I'll tell him to check you out.
Yeah.
It'll be after the panel and stuff.
So after 3?
Yeah.
And when's it run to? 3 to what?
3 to, I think it's like an hour. I think it's 3 to 4.
If you can do it, get him to come.
I'll say, come check you guys out.
Come check my buddy out.
He probably already knows him, right?
He's a that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe, what if he did?
Yeah.
So I just sold the Chef Barbie.
Oh, to the family that came from Mexico.
Yeah. They come to the shop.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. And he likes that unique stuff. He's also interested in Driller and Stinger.
Yeah, he was interested in
He's
the
interested
in the Argentinian.
But he also
plates.
told me an interesting story.
Tell me.
He said there was a guy at the Ohio show selling the plates
Get out.
for $200.
Shout out.
He did.
That's crazy.
So we have to go to that show.
We have to go to that show.
Xena, Ohio.
Xena, Ohio.
But if I go to Ohio, I have to visit my mom too. So I have to stay extra long.
You know, someone told me also there's another place you can get the printing plates. But it's going to be a very obscure place, though.
So that's secret. We can't say that.
Well, no. I'll let you know.
Ahead.
I'll let you. No. It's in the basement of the Alamo.
Of the Alamo?
Yes. If you go to the basement of the Alamo,
Okay.
they have stacks of these plates, and they're selling them off for about $50.
The Alamo.
The Alamo
In Texas.
in Texas, in the basement.
With Daniel Boone.
That's right.
Okay.
Feel free to flip through, make yourself at home. Maybe I'll introduce you to the project. Are you familiar? What? He keeps showing me his toothpick. Good job, Alexander.
I'm totally familiar with who you are.
You are familiar with me. So have you visited the website, 3djoes.com?
Look at this guy. We've been hanging out for a long time.
Before either of us were famous, we liked each other. So
We're still, yeah.
So this is an 8-year running project. The first 6 years that we worked on it, I'll say it was a part-time project. We made a softcover series, which he supported every step of the way. First volume was just a couple years, second volume was a couple years, third volume a couple years. We went all the way 1982 to 1994 in 6 volumes. When we finished it, we made a nice double box slipcase, and we made 1,000 copies of that. It sold through in a year. So that was back in 2019. And I don't know if you know this, but during COVID, people went toy crazy.
Oh, I know.
And so they were just plugged back into G.I. Joe, and they were starting to hit 3djoes.com, and they were seeing that we had made these books, but they couldn't have it. And man, that makes people want things more than ever when they
Yeah.
can't have it. So we put this on Kickstarter in the spring of 2021. It was going to recapture everything we did in the soft covers and so much more.
And
so
then in
let me
bigger
show you,
format.
Let me show you from the back to the front. These are the years. It goes from 1995, because there's the canceled unreleased stuff from 1995, all the way back to 1982. So you just kind of flip through, find your year, your favorite year. All right, so I'm actually partial to 87, so I'm gonna keep turning until I get to 87. That was dumb luck. So this is where you start. Let me make sure I believe there's an introduction here. Did you know that Inhumanoids was part of the G.I. Joe universe? This is a quick segue.
I did not know that.
Brad Armbruster, who was Ace for the Sky Striker, was in an episode of Inhumanoids. He was shot down in his jet, and he was mangled up with his jet. So the next episode, the Inhumanoids have saved him and turned him into this character, Saberjet. That was going to be a year 2 toy. So this toy never saw a release, but this officially crossed over the Inhumanoids in the G.I. Joe universe.
Because this is Michael Bell's in it and Neil Ross.
That's right.
And Chris
and the
Latta.
same writers.
Yeah.
The writers wanted it to be a shared universe. So that's just a quick segue. So you get every figure. These are all 1-to-1 scale, so 6 inches by 9 inches, right? You get every file card from Larry Hama. Get through the figures, the core figures. And I always have interviews that talk with Mark Pennington and Ron Rudat about what were their inspiration for various figures. Now, 86 was when Rudat got off the line. He basically left his incomplete homework for Mark Pennington, who's sitting right here, to finish.
Yeah.
So all the 87 figures were actually started by Rudat and finished by Pennington. So this section's called Revising Rudat, and that's how we introduce Mark. And then you turn the page and you got the creator profile for Mark, right? This is my Lieutenant Falcon pre-production run, just to show people what kind of stuff you can collect that goes beyond the manufactured toys themselves. This is Ron Rudat's Big Steel Brigade, so you get a lot of pre-production work in this book.
I love it.
That you didn't get in the previous. These are original sculpts by Bill Merkline, along with the sculpt sheets that he used as inputs to make sure they match the figures. We talk about the card backs, the different promos that they did, and then you get into the sublines, so Battle Force 2000 and the movie figures.
Pythona.
Ron Rudat did a bunch of Pythona work that never came to fruition. And then, so once you're done with just the manufactured product, we get into unadorned art. So unadorned just means there's no logos or figures or bubbles on top of it. And so none of this was in the soft covers, right? We collected Kodachromes and Kodak photo prints and licensing folders for about 6 years. I spent thousands of dollars buying these, and then I gave my chromes away to other collectors. So I knew collectors that had chrome collections, and I said, look, if you want to contribute to this book, it's going to be the biggest, best art book for G.I. Joe of all time. If you want to contribute, send me your chromes and tell me which of mine you want back, and I'll send you yours right back with one of mine, right? So I basically liquidated my chrome collection and absorbed all their chromes.
That's fantastic.
It's one of the things that really helped me get the license from Hasbro, because they wanted my image archive. I mean, they don't have a comprehensive image archive, you know? So then they were 100% on board then. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now this introduces Doug Hart. This was his first painting. He did Battle Force 2000. So then you get 4 pages on Doug Hart, because he was a huge contributor to G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, painting from 1987 all the way through 1994. And then now you're done with the figures and you move into the vehicles. So I won't bore you with the whole thing.
Yeah, this is fantastic. But I want to talk about your other line.
Operation Recall.
Because I backed that.
I'll step over here. Let's do it.
Because I backed this in one of these paintings here. I will ultimately
Are you
end
picking up one of these paintings? Which one?
When do I get to pick it up?
Which one?
Bear Claw. That's me, baby.
I mean, he's right there.
Yeah, but look.
You want to get him at the end of the show?
If I'm allowed to get it at the end of the show.
You can pick him up at the end of the show.
I just don't know when.
He's done.
I don't know when it's official.
No, you've already paid the Kickstarter money, right?
No, I did.
So for Backer Kit, we still have Backer Kit open, and people can buy. This is what's called a pre-production folder for Operation Recall. This has the entire creative process for designing and developing the figures. So this was my original pitch in 1989 for a figure. Hasbro sent me a very nice little rejection letter, right? This is where Operation Recall started in 1989. So fast forward 30 years and I've got these relationships with these guys. And this started out, this was gonna be just a chapter in this book. It was gonna be the art of action figure design. And I was just gonna have Ron Rudat and Bill Merkline and Kirk Bazigian create one all new action figure from scratch. And I filmed with them. and I was going to document it in the book and on a DVD, right?
Right.
The idea was a hit, to say the least, and everybody that worked with me on it had such a good time that when we were done, they expressed a little sadness. So I was like, why don't I take this idea out to the community, show them what we've done for 17 grand out of my own pocket, and get funding to do it again and again and again. So we launched the Kickstarter spring of 2021, right? I think it's spring.
I just pulled it up.
And we raised $415,000 to design these 19 figures up here.
So they're using all the original designers.
It's like we got the Beatles back together.
From the original Joe line, creating G.I. Joe again. And
using the exact same methods, right? So this is all hand drawn, obviously. These are the rough ideas from Rudat. Then Kirk Bazigian would weigh in and we'd mark it all up. We decide what to keep, what to kill. And I'd send him nice little revision notes. And then Ron got back and did revised line art. Then he did color studies where he considered different color options. Then he did final presentation artwork.
Right, this is sick.
And then he did engineering drawings for the sculptor. This is called a figure turnaround. Engineering drawings for the accessories. Like we literally did every step they used to do back in the day.
Right.
Ed Morrill that did the packaging, he's doing the thumbnail sketches for us for the packaging.
But doing it the old way.
The old way.
Not how you would do it now.
Transparent paper on top of a layout that shows.
Because this would all be in the computer.
Oh yeah, everything's digital these days. We're doing everything analog, old school. So this is the actual sculpt sheet that sat on Bill Merkline's desk that has all the residue on it. So this is my baby. So I'm keeping this one obviously. But for every one of these 19 figures, we have a similar portfolio to this. And you can get it through the backer kit for $1,500, or you can get one of these final package paintings for $1,500.
So here's my pledge.
Yep. Boom! That's a big one.
$1,999.
That's a big one. Thank you.
And I did Bear Claw.
Yep. So that's his painting right up here. It's Bear Claw and Wilson now.
So this is Bear Claw.
He lived out in the woods for so long that he befriended a raccoon.
So I backed this original art.
And you can take it with you at the end of the show.
That's fantastic.
Yep. So this is Bear Claw's sculpt. Have you seen this yet?
I have not.
He's right here. And there's his buddy Wilson. And this is his backpack with his rifle. And he comes with that battle axe and he comes with that pistol. So he's pretty well geared out. So
now, how do you get this? You don't.
Reach out to me. Dude, you're a big enough backer that I can get Scott Andrews to make you an extra.
That would be fantastic.
I can do that. Just whatever he charges you is what he charges.
Yeah.
So we take these resins and send them off to very talented painters, Matthew LaCroix and Chris Scott.
Yeah, LaCroix's they
make these paint masters. So the point of these paint masters is, number one, for marketing, to show, to get people interested. Number two, to send one to the factory as a guide, as a template for how the toys should turn out. So next up on the paint masters is these two and those two over there. Oh, it's actually Chris Scott right here.
Oh, there you go.
You want to say hello?
Hello.
I was just blowing up your paint masters.
Nice.
Yeah.
We love it.
With that one.
So next up are these two.
Yep.
And these two over here.
I get run back and next.
Yeah, Matthew was a little upset. He wanted run back, but I told him you already claimed her.
Yeah.
But he gets two of the girls next time.
Yes.
So Bingle and Damselfly are his.
There'll be more.
So so we've got an amazing team. They're all Hasbro previous talent. From Mark Pennington, figure designer, Ron Rudat, Kirk Bazigian, Doug Hart. Larry Hama wrote the dossiers for these characters, so he's helping us build the universe. Ed Morrill, the branding executive that did all the branding from 69 to 89, he's doing the Operation Recall branding. Ron Rudat actually created, see that A up there?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and spoil this. It's the Anti-Terrorist Legion of Allied Soldiers, Atlas. And there's a new enemy that emerges at the bottom, the double split skull. That's Orthrus, which is a Greek two-headed dog, brother of Cerberus. So Orthrus has emerged, and they are going to wipe out Atlas overnight. Everybody's dead, bodies are missing, blood everywhere. So they come in and they're investigating this and trying to solve who's this new enemy and how are they so powerful and how'd they pull this off. So they have to Operation Recall, bring in all the previous Atlas operatives, bring them back in from whatever stage in life that they moved on to.
Right.
So the team of Atlas guys that you see are part of that recall to bring them back together to avenge their brothers and sisters.
That's awesome.
So we're starting to flesh the story out.
I love it,
we're
man.
getting the branding done.
I'm glad being booth neighbors at Indiana JoeCon one year, and
that was my first JoeCon.
And you were leaving, and you gave me all your 3D Joe art
Yeah,
that was already
posters.
back to board,
Yeah.
and those are in the store,
Wow.
in the back
That's
walls.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So like when you're walking in the back, don't throw anything away.
Yeah. Was that 2013? I think.
20? So it was Indiana. I think it was the only time it was in. I think it was the only time.
I shared a booth with Robert Atkins that year. I was such a fanboy too, man. I was reading Atkins' Snake Eyes at the time. This is just a mock-up, but it looks like Pocket Patrol. You open it up, it's got illustrations of the creators that are interviewed inside, and then it's 4 Blu-ray discs. So early 80s, late 80s, early 90s, and then a mix of prior material. And so all that's left on this is the subtitles. I'm almost done.
Yeah, so when you come to the show, he's going to have this book available.
Yep.
Those may be available.
Hopefully I'll have the
You're
Blu-rays.
going to learn about Operation Recall.
Yep.
And we're excited
I'll
to
bring
have
this
them there.
stuff. I'll bring this
Oh,
stuff.
please do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're nearby.
Yeah.
I'm in North Carolina.
And you won't catch me dead at a store.
That's why I don't go to flea markets in my area anymore.
Oh, I
There's
don't
too many
go-
people doing it.
But I don't go anywhere because the last thing I want to do is be caught. Well, the reason we don't find anything good is because Toy Federation's always there buying it. You won't catch me anywhere. I go to the store, I go home, or I'm at a restaurant having dinner with my family. I don't. So, but everybody is knowledgeable now by shopping the store and learning about things, and now they're hunting and scanning and.
Well, and I think that's part of the allure of your show as well, is that you are giving away some of that behind the scenes. Like you're not hiding the fact that you are giving people the prices. This is what I'm quoting. This is the real business. And people are really attracted to that part of.
I'm making other dealers, I think, have to be more honest.
I too.
That which may make some of them mad, but then I've had other dealers say they're rooting for me because you're explaining it and helping us that there's costs and there's overhead and you're being fair.
I'm glad to hear that you have that perspective of new fans coming in. Because I don't see it from where I am at, but
I see
you
it.
are more on the ground, seeing those people actually day to day.
I see younger people collecting vintage because they're learning about it. Like I'm getting people buying. I want a Dragonfly because of that episode. I don't even collect Joe.
Right.
I want a Dragonfly, and then that's the stepping stone because anything in collecting is. I'm not going to collect this line, but I just like this figure.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you're
That's
screwed.
your entry point, right?
And you're screwed.
Yeah, gateway.
So I don't know. I think it's, but I'm getting people that get enjoyment out of the channel. They don't even collect, and they have no intention to collect.
No, yeah,
they find it interesting.
Yeah, right.
I cannot do it well.
That's not what I heard.